Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we're back doing another Ixalan Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Okay, what are the best options here? I mean, the rare is definitely a playable vampire. I don't think it's like a broken one though. It's pretty good. It's kind of cool. We also have Drover of the Mighty, Contract Killing, and Pious Interdiction that I'm looking at. Pretty tempted to take the Pious Interdiction. Passing this is probably putting someone in vampires. But I think Pious Interdiction might just be better. Deals with anything, gains life, good against aggro, good against mid-range, good against control, good against aggro because of the life gain, good against mid-range because it deals with fattier threats. It's really good. I think we're just going to go with the removal here. When in doubt, take the Pious Interdiction. Drover, I might have even taken over Maverick Fane too. Well, after taking one, why not take two? Yeah, I could do that. There's also Vine Shaper Mystic in here, which is really good. One of the better merfolk, but I probably still just take Pious Interdiction. Can't stress enough how good gaining life and removing a creature from combat is in this format. It's like a perfect combination for an aggressive format. So I think we'll just probably follow up with another one, passing more vampires, which probably means tribally that kind of sets us at. I mean, if we're passing all these vampires, I guess it depends on how open it is if stuff wheels, but I'm presuming if we're passing a bunch of vampires, we kind of have to end up in a dinosaur deck, because that's the only other tribe associated with white, which is fine. Okay, what do we have now? Well, Wanted Scoundrels is one of my favorite cards from the format. Could just take it. It's such a powerful card. It's such a powerful 2-drop. I would say it's leagues better than pretty much everything in here. I like Contract Killing too, but I'd rather just have a 2-drop that kills things. It's a bit awkward since we passed some vampires already, but it's hard not to take a Wanted Scoundrels here. It's just too good. Call to the Feast is very good too. There's also a Territorial Hammer Skull. In case black doesn't work out, it might be smarter to take the Hammer Skull. But Call to the Feast is good. Hammer Skull just might be better. Or at least equal, in which case, if they're equally powerful, I would say take the cheaper thing. That still has a very relevant ability. What else do we see in here that's good? Deep Root Warrior, good for merfolk. I like Skullduggery a lot, but let's just take the Hammer Skull. Okay, what do we have now? So we could take this 5th pick Thrash of Raptors, start to take a look at Boros Dinosaurs. Otherwise, we have a Heartstopper in black, which is fine. Castaway, playable, not exciting. And that's about it. Couple blue cards, but probably take the Thrash. This card is quite good. 4 mana 5/3 Trample is a good beater, if we can make it work. Alright, here we could take the Firebrand over the Arsonist, just certainly a playable 2-drop. Not a dinosaur, but also have Atsokan Archer. Could be green-white as well as, we have 2 options if we go the dinosaur route. We can be the Boros or the Selesnya. So we could take the Archer for that reason. It does kill a lot of things in the format. Slightly more exciting than Firebrand, but they're probably pretty close. Like, this isn't a good attacker. It's just a good blocker in the format. Let's take the Firebrand. It's a better attacker than the Archer. We already have the Thrash of Raptors. So now we could take like the Nest Robber. 3 very good blue cards in here, but I don't like blue-white. That's the issue. And I would prefer to not dip out of white and splash Pious Interdiction, although that is an option. Like blue-red Pirate splashing Pious Interdiction. I'm not in love with it. We'll probably just take the Nest Robber. Start to take a look at some Boros dinosaur action. Like Raptor Companion, for example. Yeah, Raptor Companion's great. Not really interested in Lancer or Buccaneer anyway, so okay. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Probably dipping out of black at this point. Could take the Rigging Runner. Suncrown Hunter is certainly playable, just not exciting. We'll take the Runner. I actually like Rummaging Goblin, so I'm going to take it. I found the card to be pretty good, actually. Alright, we're going to continue to cut red. Alright, pretty good start overall. I think we have the direction we want to go. We already have 4 dinosaurs, which is good. Nothing we're really interested in here. I guess we're going to take the blue card, because I feel like red-blue is still a potential direction, although, I mean, we got some pretty good white cards here. We'll take the Buccaneer now. I'm going to take the white card. Okay. Yeah. I like where we're at. Alright, so Arguel's Blood Fast is the rare. Probably not going to take that. Maybe just take the Firebrand, take a 2-drop, up our 2-drop count to the best of our ability. Taking over Sure Strike. I think I put a higher premium on 2-drop creatures for now. Can never really have enough. And this goes for pretty much any format. Not any, but I would say the vast majority of formats. If you have a low curve, your deck is probably pretty good. We're going to take the Firebrand, Overshining Aerosar, and Paladin of the Bloodstained. Maybe we wheel one of those or the Sure Strike. Okay, so we could take Raptor Companion. There's also Slash of Talons and Unfriendly Fire. I might just take Raptor Companion. Continue the 2-drop beats. Go for as many cheap things as we can here. For beatdown purposes. For the beats. Another Raptor Companion seems fine. Keep the cycle going here. Here I think we're going to take Dual Shot. It's actually a pretty useful sideboard card against certain decks. Certainly good against us, but I don't really like Swashbuckling anyway, so alright, let's take the Dual Shot. I think we can already kind of get rid of these two. Maybe the Buccaneer could stay in, but, well, probably taking Tillinolly's Knight. I think Raptor Hatchling's pretty great too, but I think the Knight's better for what we're trying to do. At this point, we've got a great beatdown plan, consistent dinosaur plays. Dinosaur, whatever. Tillinolly's Knight. Taking it, liking it. So we only have a couple removal spells and no tricks currently, but we'll get that squared away. Kinjali's Caller, not really what our deck was looking for. Our guys are already cheap, so let's just take another Rigging Runner. Get all the 1-drop 2/2 first strikes we can. So our deck probably wants some more tricks and removal, but I still put a higher priority on the 2-drop creatures, I think, than the tricks for now. Tricks you get later. Alright, I gotta take Bonded Horncrest over Sure Strike. This card is phenomenal. I think Pterodon Knight would be great for our deck too, but Horncrest is just such an efficient beater. Such a great card. Legion's Judgment's a sideboard. I guess we'll just go deep on runners, see how these play. I mean, 2/2 first strikes can't be all bad, right? For 1 mana? Alright, very good. We got the Sure Strike back. Taking it. Good pickup for us. Great card for our deck. Pretty perfect for what we're trying to do here. There's a chance Munitions makes the deck. We can keep this curve at 4 or lower, and Munitions is probably playable. Alright, I'm willing to discuss maybe a Swashbuckling making the deck. It's probably pretty good with a Rigging Runner. Well, not in the way you want it to be, though, because you don't want to give it haste. It needs to come in post-combat to be what you really need it to be, so whatever. Actually, we'll just pass all these. People can be in blue and black. We don't have a problem with that. Wily Goblin. I'm just going to cut red. I don't think it's good enough for what we're trying to do. Someone can have a Crushing Canopy, and that is that. Alright. So now we have... honestly, I may just be willing to play Makeshift Munitions. I haven't decided yet. It might just be good enough to kill our opponent. We'll see. I think since we don't need many more cards, it probably will not make the deck. I'm not even sure Rummaging Goblin's necessary at this point. I like the card, but I think we're at a position now where we can just do all the efficiency. Ooh, the old double rare pack, huh? Okay. So here we're just going to go Pious Interdiction, number 3. Keep that Pious Interdictioning alive and well for what we want to do. Awesome card. Alright. So now we have a Slash of Talons versus Vampire Zeal. I may actually like the Zeal more. It's not big. We certainly don't have any vampires, so it's not good for that front. But I think pump spells are going to be more valuable for an aggro deck than a removal spell. Especially this kind of removal spell. I've said this before, but if you attack with something and they block and you kill it, it's certainly not as good as just killing it outright with like a burn spell, or when your guy's unblocked, pumping it and killing them. I think this is just going to be better for us than the Slash of Talons. So here, may just be able to take the Paladin and possibly make the deck with it. We'll see. Kind of getting a little bit 4-drop heavier than I like. So here I could take the Queen's Commission. I don't really like the card, but it makes our Makeshift Munitions a little bit better. As does the Paladin of the Bloodstain. Hijack works with our munitions as well. I just don't think it's a very good card. There's quite a few tokens in this. Is there? I guess there's not that many tokens, but there's a lot of cheap creatures, which makes Hijack worse. I guess there's some fatties too, but we'll just take the Queen's Commission. I think it's a pretty playable card in general. Gives you a little lifelinker dudes. Guess good with Vampire Zeal. Alright, here I think I'm just going to take the Hammer Skull. We want more ways to get by blockers, and Hammer Skull fits that bill perfectly. I like Bishop Soldier too, but I mean there's 2 drops in here we want, but Hammer Skull I think is kind of perfect for what we want to do. Alright, Nest Robber versus Companion. I'm just going to go deeper on the Companions. I think the 3 power is actually more relevant than the haste. So we're like 1 card away from a deck here, and then we can start to figure out cuts if we get more playables. Alright, Pterodon Knight is certainly good for our deck. We're going to take that. So pretty 4-drop heavy, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. If we top out at 4, that's not that big of a problem. I wouldn't mind cutting this Paladin just to really keep our curve a bit lower, but we'll see if we get that luxury. Another Raptor Companion, or we could take the Slash of Talons. I think I'm good on removal. Sure Strike, Zeal, triple Pious Interdiction. We're going to take the Companion. Paladin can get the boot. I mean, you can never really have enough companions. Headstrong Brute versus Stormfleet Pyromancer. I think we probably just take the Brute. It can't block, but I think a 3-mana 3/3 has got to be good. It's got to be good. Probably just taking it. And maybe the Queen's Commission can get the boot. Ooh, got the Slash anyway. Alright. Maybe we cut the Queen's Commission and the Makeshift Munitions at this point. And then we've got ourselves a super hyper efficient looking deck here. We even have some pirates to give this menace. Otherwise, 3-mana 3/3 is acceptable. Oh yeah, wait, we have rigging runners too. Yeah, this thing could totally have menace. We don't need any of this. We already have 2 Rummaging Goblins. I guess a Trove of Temptation, why not? So, Prying Blade. Actually, Hijack I guess we'll take. Because we're not going to play a Prying Blade, and it might be a good sideboard card against certain creatures that we can't beat, that have Trample, for perhaps. Are we interested in a Fire Shrine Keeper? Probably not. I'd rather play everything else we have. So, here's our deck. Pretty excellent looking, I think. I mean, what we lack in late game, we certainly make up for in hyper efficiency, plenty of 2-drops, premium removal, combat tricks that pump. I guess the only issue maybe we're a little bit removal and trick light, but 6 spells will do. That'll do, pig. Yeah, I like this deck. This is sweet. I have bad overall numbers, I think, with Boros. But, I mean, this is a pretty perfect looking Boros beats dinosaur deck, so 8 and 8. Alright, I agree. I'll do it. Yeah, makes sense. Good looking deck. Here it is. Boros Dinosaur Beats. We'll see round 1.